Interesting facts about the Punic Wars Part 1. The Punic Wars was a series of conflicts between the Roman Republic and the city of Carthage that lasted from 264 BC to 146 BC. Perhaps only those who live under the rock didn't hear about the crucifixion, an infamous type of execution and also a symbol of faith for over 2 billion Christians today. The first ones who began to use this method of killing someone slowly and painfully were not Romans. Before them, it was the Persians, Greeks, and finally the Carthaginians, who admired and widely used this deadly punishment. In fact, for the Carthaginians, it was the preferred method of punishment for their own generals who were defeated in battle. During the First Punic War, for example, at least 2 Carthaginian generals were executed using this method. Hannibal in 258 BC, not the one with the elephants, the other one, and Hanno, who was crucified in 241 BC. It is also very possible that the Regulus, the hero of Rome, was also killed using this method. Who was Regulus? Well, here is his badass story. Marcus Atilius Regulus was a Roman consul and a general who during the First Punic War in 256 BC invaded northern Africa, which is basically like the backyard for the city of Carthage. Initially, Regulus's campaign was successful, but in the year 255 BC, his luck ran out when his army was defeated and Regulus himself was captured. By this time, the Carthaginians were having a quite difficult time fighting the war, so they decided to send Regulus to Rome as a hostage in order to help them to negotiate the peace terms. In Rome, however, Regulus urged the Senate to continue the war, and despite having an opportunity to stay in Rome, he didn't want to dishonor himself by escaping his status of a prisoner. As a result, Regulus returned to Carthage, where he was eventually tortured to death. Of course, the Romans also were not afraid to use torture against their prisoners of war, and after hearing about her husband's execution, Regulus's widow tortured several Carthaginian prisoners to death.
That's all, folks.